A bird flu state of emergency now declared in California. More dairy cattle testing positive in Southern California. Thanks for staying with us here at 5:30. I'm Hunter Sowards.
And I'm Curtis Bang. So what is the danger and the impact to the items you buy? Your reporter, Tori Apodaca, is getting answers live for us in Stockton. Tori?
Curtis, one of those impacts, prices. I was speaking with the owner here, and she says that she's been watching the price of eggs and milk go up over the past few weeks. Right now, a dozen eggs, nearly $9. But we're getting answers how some claim that this outbreak could have been prevented. Dairy cattle coming down with bird flu across California.
As every other operator in the industry is, we are worried about it.
Back in September, we spoke with Manteca dairy farmer Larry Haworth, who was concerned then. And now the governor declaring a state of emergency will give more resources to researchers as bird flu cases in cows and humans continues to climb.
The strain that's circulating right now that has infected cows that we're most concerned about, that one has typically presented with very minor symptoms, conjunctivitis, some body aches.
Professor of epidemiology at George Mason University, Dr. Amira Roez.
Do people need to be more alarmed?
And I would say you don't need to worry about this if we're doing a good job with surveillance and if we're putting our resources where they need to be.
The California Animal Health and Food Safety Lab, or CAVS, at UC Davis is the only lab in the state qualified to conduct bird flu surveillance testing. And workers there tell us they have been underpaid, overworked, and severely backlogged.
The standard is 24 hours of turnaround time. We were seeing sometimes turnaround times of up to a week.
Amy Fletcher is a researcher and union rep for those working at CAVS.
Going into this outbreak, there were 2 employees, and a big issue with that is a lot of institutional knowledge is lost.
Samantha Hale recently resigned from CAVS. She claims these challenges contributed to tracking the spread of the virus. But CAVS released this statement addressing the bird flu testing earlier this month, saying, quote, "The lab in partnership with NAHLN has met and continues to meet the increased need for testing during the outbreak of avian flu, or H5N1, and at no point has animal health or public safety been compromised." Concern over how the virus could change or become more severe. But the FDA says you don't have to worry what's on your plate as long as it's cooked properly. Now, health officials say that it's best to get pasteurized products just to be safe, but the bird flu, they say, is not a foodborne illness. It has not been detected to have been spread from person to person. It's really just those people who are in contact with cattle or birds.
All right, so we're talking about the bird flu. We're talking about cattle have tested positive for it. We know people, too, have tested positive for it. How many cases of bird flu are we seeing in people here in California, and what is the danger there?
The CDC says 34 of the 61 cases of bird flu are right here in California. Most of those have been mild cases, with the exception of one case in Louisiana that health officials believe came from a different strain of the bird flu.
And the symptoms and everything that come with it, I know you referenced in the story the symptoms when it comes to cattle, but what are the symptoms in people and how would they know they have it?
They're really similar to flu-like symptoms, and the testing is actually the same, the nose swab from the nose or the throat, and the symptoms, like I said, headaches, fatigue, sometimes fever, and conjunctivitis.
Conjunctivitis.
That word gets me every time.
Every time. You said it so beautifully every time. So leave it, to that last one. All right, a lot to track here.
Thank you, Hunter.
Tori, you have done so well covering all angles of this one. All right, thanks so much.